Hello everyone, welcome back to our online class. Here's another science lesson for you today. Now today we will be learning about water absorption. Do you know, kids, that there are things or objects that absorb water? And also we are going to learn today about dissolve or not dissolve. There are things or some objects that doesn't dissolve or dissolve. Now let's find all these lessons together. Now first things first, let us review our previous topics. It talks about types of materials. So we've learned about the different types of materials, and these are wood, plastic, rubber, sponge, cloth, paper, glass, and metal. So these are some examples of the different types of materials. Now, why we are reviewing these types of materials? Because we will be needing this in our lesson today. Now let us discuss first water absorption. We need beaker, and we need also water and the sponge. So this is the sponge. This is the step 1. Now step 2, we are going to lower the sponge inside the beaker which has water. And you can see and you can observe that the water level up. Now next, we pull out the sponge inside the beaker which has water. And as you can see, the water level lower. And this it means that the sponge absorb water. The sponge keep or get or absorb water from the beaker. So absorption means that the material, which is a sponge, keeps some of the water when it gets into contact. Now here are some examples of things that absorb water. First we have towel. Let's spell T-O-W-E-L, towel. The towel is made from cloth that can be used to dry and clean our faces. Next we have tissue paper. Let's spell T-I-S-S-U-E, P-A-P-E-R, tissue paper. Now we use tissue paper often to dry our hands after washing them. Next we have mop. Now let's spell M-O-P, mop. Mop can be used to dry water or spill anything that is liquid on the floor. Now here's the sum of the things that do not absorb water. Raincoat. Raincoat is made of plastic, and plastic doesn't absorb water. We wear raincoats in rainy season, and the reason is we don't want to get wet. Next, we have rain boots. Rain boots are made of rubber, and rubber doesn't absorb water. So, we wear rain boots during rainy season when we don't want our feet to get mud and to get wet. Next, umbrella. Umbrella is a good example of things that is made of material that do not absorb water, because one of the uses of the umbrella is to protect yourself from the rain water during rainy days. Next we have tent. Tents are mainly used for camping, and camping, we sleep outside. And as you sleep in there, you want to make sure when it rains, you will not get wet. So tents are made of plastic, which doesn't allow water to get through. Now again, let's take a look at the different types of materials: wood, plastic, rubber, sponge, cloth, paper, glass, and metal. Which of these types of material absorb water? So we can say that it is sponge. Sponge absorb water. Next, we have cloth. Cloth is a type of material that absorb water. Next, we have paper. Paper also absorb water. Now, let us have some quick challenge or quick game. Now, I am going to show you a picture and ask you about, does it absorb water? And you will answer yes or no. Now, let's begin. First, we have mittens. Mittens. Mittens are made of cloth or fabric. So, does it absorb water? Yes. If your answer is yes, you are correct. So, next we have cup. Cup is made of sand. Does the cup absorb water? Yes or no? And the answer is no. Cup doesn't absorb water because it is made of sand. Next we have cotton. Cotton. Does the cotton absorb water? Yes or no? The answer is yes. Cotton is a plant and is used to make thread or cloth. So, if the material is made of cloth, that it means that it absorbs water. And the last one, we have blouse. Blouse. Does the blouse absorb water? Yes or no? The answer is yes. Blouse absorb water because it is made of cloth. Now we are done with water absorption. Now let's continue to the next lesson, which is dissolve or not dissolve. Now we have here a spoon of salt and we are going to put it inside the glass that is water. Now what will happen to the salt when mixed with water? As you can see in the second glass, the salt is gone. The salt is disappeared. So, does it dissolve in water? Yes, we can say that the salt dissolves in water. So, what is dissolve? Dissolve means to absorb by something or to disappear into something else. So, as we can see in here, water dissolves the salt. So that is the meaning of dissolve. Now let's continue. Now here are some things that dissolve in water. Let's say for example we have salt. Let's spell S-A-L-T, salt. So salt is a white substance that gives a characteristic taste and is used for seasoning or preserving food. As we mix them with our food, it disappears. It dissolves with the water. Next we have sugar. Say it with me, sugar. Now let's spell S-U-G-A-R, sugar. Sugar is used to sweeten our food, and we mix it in water or in our food, it will disappear. It is dissolved with water. Next we have instant coffee. Instant coffee is a type of coffee made from dried coffee extract from a plant. And when we mix it in water, especially hot water, the coffee disappeared. It dissolved in water. Next we have honey. Honey is a sweet liquid produced by bees from the nectar collected from flowers. When we mix it with water, it disappears because water dissolves honey. Now how about this? Let's try to dissolve these green beans in a glass of water. What will happen to the green bean? As you can see, the green bean stays in the glass. Does it dissolve in water? We can say that the green beans do not dissolve in water. So we can say do not dissolve. So the green bean doesn't dissolve in water. Now here are some things that doesn't dissolve in water. First we have sand. Sand is a substance that looks like powder and consists of extremely small pieces of stone. If we mix it in water, it will not dissolve. Next we have rice. Rice is a small seeds of particular type of grass cooked and eaten as food. When we mix it with water, it will not dissolve. Next we have red beans. Red beans are small dark red bean with a curved shape like a kidney that can be eaten. But if we are going to mix it with water, it will not disappear. It doesn't dissolve in flour. Flour is a powder obtained by grinding grain, typically wheat, and used to make bread, cakes, and pastry. When it mixed with water, the flour stays the same. It doesn't dissolve in water. Now, here's the challenge. I am going to show you a picture of an object or a thing, and you should answer, does it dissolve in water, yes or no only. Let's begin. What is this? This is a bread. Bread is food made of flour, water, and yeast or another leavening agent mixed together and baked. Does the bread dissolve in water? Yes or no? If your answer is no, you are correct. Bread doesn't dissolve in water. Next. What are these? These are candies. So, does the candies dissolve in water? Yes or no? If your answer is yes, you are correct. Candies dissolve in water. Great job everyone. Now that you already know our lesson for today, which is water absorption and dissolve or not dissolve, here's what you're going to do at home. You're going to answer the following worksheets. First we have put a tick on the things that dissolve and a cross that doesn't dissolve in water. Next, pour some water on these things and observe. Do these things absorb water? Write the letters in the correct boxes. And the last one, draw below an example of things which can dissolve and cannot dissolve in water. Good luck everyone!